Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So, just came back from Bangkok, had a phenomenal time there. It's probably my second favorite place in the world at the moment to shoot street photography. Number one being Tokyo because I love all the depressed people there. The thing I want to talk to you guys about today is lessons I personally learned after shooting with all of the pretty much most expensive cameras in the industry. In Bangkok, I tested some of the cameras that my friends own. So I tested out the new Leica M10, the the 0.95 Noctilux 50mm, which is like a $13,000 lens. The M10 is about $7,000. Tested out the new Fujifilm GFX 50S, which is a medium format digital. The body is about $7,000. The lens about like another 1,000 or 1,500 or so. And also, just kind of my reflections about shooting with pretty much all the expensive cameras in the industry from more or less 2011 to 2017. So the first lesson I learned is all the cameras are much more similar than dissimilar. The psychological bias we have when it comes to cameras or cars or phones or gear or whatever is that we overemphasize the differences, whereas we underestimate or underemphasize the similarities. So ultimately, all cameras, no matter how expensive or cheap, are much more similar than dissimilar. So for example, more or less all digital cameras, they have an image sensor, there's a shutter button, it kind of looks like a box, like a square box, and it makes photos. Small little differences in the cameras, like the menus, the ergonomics, how it feels in your hand, the way the colors or the sharpness renders, whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's all much more similar than dissimilar. The second lesson I learned is I really had this naive belief when I was younger that buying a new expensive camera, aka the Leica M9, would make me so much more confident in street photography and so creative, and every single day would be a new opportunity for me to just always have my camera with me in my bag and be inspired and to be happy for the rest of my life and have one camera that'll last me the rest of my life. So the lesson I learned is never say this is going to be the last camera I ever own for the rest of my life, especially if it's digital. Film cameras are a little bit different, they have a longer shelf life. However, know that buying a new camera is like buying a new car. Even if you buy a new Bugatti Veyron or a Lamborghini, after the first month or so, you're going to get kind of used to it, and then you're going to want to upgrade to, get your own private jet, then your own private spaceship, then owning an entire planet. The third lesson that I learned, and the last most important one, is rather than spending and wasting all this money on new cameras and equipment and gear, it's so much better to use this money on experiences. So using the money to travel, attend workshops, buy photo books, perhaps live in Southeast Asia, in Vietnam, in Hanoi, here where I am, you can live like a very comfortable life here for like 600 US a month. Even right now in my apartment, the studio apartment I'm living with Cindy, we only pay $380 a month. And if you guys seen some of my vlogs, you can see how nice the apartment is, and I only eat like 1 or 2 meals a day and drink coffee. So you really don't need much. So instead of chucking out like $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 on a camera, who knows, maybe take a small sabbatical from your work or use that money to take a break, quit your job and to travel the world, or perhaps live abroad, start a new life. Because I think time is so much more valuable than money. You could always, if you lose $1,000, if you use $1,000, think about all the hours you had to put in to earn those $1,000, and you're just going to be throwing it away. And that's time that you can never get back. So you could always earn another $100, but that's going to cost you money. That's going to cost you time, whereas you can never add another year to your life. So let's say you spend a year of your life saving up to buy this new camera or gadget or gizmo, whatnot. That's a year of your life you could have spent doing something so much more meaningful with your life. So I know for me, I think the secret of happiness is just having the opportunity to do creative work. At this moment, I certainly have a lot more money than I need, especially living here in Vietnam, but when I move back to America, it's gonna be a lot more expensive. But ultimately, my life philosophy is, I just want to dedicate every minute to helping serve other people, from making these blog posts to these videos, to uplift the souls of other people. And to me, the reward is just having freedom of my time. I don't need all the most expensive cameras in the world, neither do you. So just use your iPhone, use a point and shoot camera. I personally just have the Ricoh GR version 2 camera here in Hanoi. It's my favorite camera, I just shoot in P mode. So know that your equipment isn't holding you back. It's just your mind, and ways to re-inspire yourself in your photography. Watch great old school film. I'm a big fan of Citizen Kane film noir. Look at Cubism, look at Bauhaus movement, look at all the different sorts of art, and inspire you and know that you could do it. Don't care about whatever camera you use, just use your iPhone. Some of the best photographers I know only shoot with iPhones. So yeah, buy experiences, not gear. All right, peace out guys.